Good afternoon to the ACC meeting. We do apologize for the heat. We're working on the AC unit. Hopefully it'll be fixed relatively soon. First order of business is to approve the August 6th meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the August 6th ACC Board meeting minutes.
Do I have a second for Sandy's?
Second motion.
Thank you, Susan. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Outstanding. You'll see in front of you is policy 2.2, variances and appeals. So we moved this forward as quickly as possible. The original idea was to work on all of the policies and procedures. That turned out to be a heck of an undertaking, so we asked staff to let us know the critical ones, and this is the first one because we knew we were going to have some appeals today. So we routed this through the Rules and Regulations Committee. Normally, it would go next to the board and then to the developer for approval, but in order to make sure that we heard the appeals correct today, we kind of did it in reverse order. We got approval from the developer, then the rules and regs, and now we're asking this board to vote to approve. So it's a little bit out of order, but assuming that you guys are okay with the changes, this would, everybody that needed a vote voted. And going forward, all future policy changes will go rules and regs, board, and then developer.
I make a motion to approve the revised policy 2.2.
Further discussion?
Yeah, I'm just curious, the first line of the variance and appeals 2.2 says members may appeal decisions. Is there any latitude for a member representative to appeal, like a builder that might come in as a representative for the member?
Only the members would have what we call standing to appeal a decision, and so if there is a builder representative, they're welcome to come. I think there's provision here that the builder could testify or talk on behalf of the member to answer questions as well if we had that. And Curtis can correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I would agree with Doug. The ability to appeal is limited to the member. But as far as who could be their representative there, it could be a builder, engineer, architect, depending on what's involved. So,
I had a question. So the understanding would be then any appeal submitted would be filled out and signed by the member.
I think as long as they sign it, they may have assistance in filling it out. That's perfectly fine. But yes, they would need to sign it.
Anything else?
Well, I'm a little concerned then on one of the appeals today because I'm not certain the second one was actually signed by the member.
I pulled county records on the second appeal to see ownership, and the information on county records did not match the signature on the appeal form.
It looks like the representative from BlackRock Solutions is the email, Tim Marta, maybe? Might be here today to talk about it. I'm not sure. Are you Tim? Are you the owner? Okay. So then I don't know how.
Thoughts, Curtis?
Well, I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves because right now we're just talking about the policy itself. Each appeal would have to be evaluated on its own merits. But the the person who has rights that are at issue is the owner. But they could have a representative come for them to speak on their behalf. Ultimately, we need to know that the owner is the one who is raising the issue, but they could be speaking through their builder or another representative.
So if we
And-
focus
and-
just on the policy right now.
Correct.
The,
And there was it was intentional to use the word member instead of individual, so that if there are entities, corporations, LLCs who own lots, that they then are the member and they can designate their representative to speak on their behalf.
and we are still working on all the policies. I referenced that earlier. And in those policies, we'll have a reference to the definition of the word member, which is capitalized because it's a property owner, a member, so it's very specific. So I understand your point of view, but let's focus strictly on the policy itself for right now. Is the policy we have a motion on the table, is the policy as written? Does anybody have any questions or concerns that we need to address before we vote? Okay, so with that in mind, with the motion on the table, all those in favor signify as aye. Any opposed? No opposition. So we will move forward and we will actually use policy 2.2 as it is written for the appeals today. And I had Jessica hand those appeals out to everybody before the meeting started so that they were aware. I do want to point out for those who plan to appeal, you have a total of 15 minutes, and Jessica, who's our corporate secretary, actually has a timer. 15 minutes should be enough. Now, if you go on, it might be a challenge, but we encourage you to limit it to 15 minutes. But before we get to the appeals, are there any, this is the open forum session. So we're going to handle the appeals after that. So if your comments are about the appeals, that's different. So any open forum comments, you are limited to 3 minutes. Yeah, come forward to the microphone, please.
Hi, good afternoon. My name's Mike.
Please speak really closely into the mic so
Okay.
they can hear you
My
at
name's
home.
Mike. My wife and I moved here in February, and we've been working on trying to build a detached garage on an extra lot that we bought next to our home. And the materials that I had were given to the ACC, and I don't see Doug here. So I don't know if you guys have had a chance to review our plans or not. Have you? Oh, you have a copy of all of them? Okay.
And then also we did sign a covenant 15 back in February, and that's in the electronic record. I want to make sure you have that. And then we also do, I don't know if you want to see it, but we do have a sample of the siding. You want that?
So is it, you guys are the ones that are appealing, correct?
No, we're not.
Well, we're not appealing.
You're not appealing?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just looking for
No, we
approval.
We just submitted our application, and we just want to thank you guys for looking at it. I don't know if you've looked at it yet, just if you have. So.
What is the address of the property?
It's 6
This is the one.
6 Los Gilpin Lane.
Okay, so all right, so this is the appeal.
Oh, I didn't know we were appealing.
Well, I didn't know we were appealing. We were just looking for consent.
How about this? Could we just have you pause for a moment, because we're going to cover you next. Okay, very next. But this is just anybody that has any comment about the ACC, any questions, any comment. So if you
Okay.
guys, I'm going to ask you to sit down just for a moment.
Okay.
And then we'll get to you next.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else that would like to speak? Okay. All right, so we'll close the open forum session, and then now we're going to go into the appeals. Shelley, do you want to give the board a brief update, and then we'll have them step up?
Yes, they
is your microphone on?
I'm sorry. Yes, they are wanting to build a detached garage with metal siding, which is not currently approved. It is a wood grain siding, and they're passing that around.
Right, okay. Why don't you guys, if you could come up and kind of just talk about what you're appealing.
Well, this detached garage has shingles that match our house, and the colors of that material that we chose blends in very well with the exterior of our house. And you should have a picture of that exterior of our house in your pamphlet or whatever you want to call it. And it will have soffit and fascia with a one foot soffit, two 12-foot doors, a walk-in door, and a double door in the rear. And this is just going to be used to store my truck in and a bass boat, basically.
And board members, this is when you can jump in and ask questions for clarity.
So your house is currently brick,
Yes,
and you want to use the driftwood as the main
yes, the main,
face of the,
yes.
okay.
And then I made a comment in there about wainscot, that was optional, you know, whether you think that wainscot would make it look more appealing or not.
From this diagram, are you removing the shed and the other outbuilding that's currently on that
Just,
lot?
I guess we have to take one shed out, from what I understand.
Because it's only showing the new building on that lot in this diagram.
Oh, yes, I think Abby did that at the ACC.
Yeah, there's
So are they both being taken out, or
No, just one.
Just one.
the bit larger one?
No, the smaller one. Yeah.
So there'll still be two
Yes.
on that lot?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever you want to do.
And the one that will be left on the lot is in the back of the lot, and the garage will be towards the front of the lot.
And what's that building made of?
It's siding,
Yeah.
masonite siding and shingled roof.
And Shelley, this is an appeal because it's currently not approved by the policies. Correct. Okay.
And that was because of the material, the metal?
Metal siding.
And I thought, what I understood was that there have been some metal buildings approved by, I guess, Bella Vista.
In the past.
And, yeah, that's what they told me at the ACC.
The city may have, you know, there are certain parcels that fall within the city limits but are outside the jurisdiction of the ACC. So there, it's a little bit of a mixed bag there. There's a few properties that would fall within the city limits that would technically be approved by the city, but would not have been approved by the ACC.
Yes. And another thing is just the cost, you know, the first quotes we had was to build it to match the house, and that's a $160,000 garage that I really can't afford to do. So
What gauge is this metal that you plan to use?
I think it's,
23.
I'm not really for certain, but it's pretty thick. I mean,
There was a photo in here of kind of like an advertisement from the company, and it said 29 gauge. So I was curious if that's what you intend to use, or?
well, it was more just to use to give you the pattern of what it's going to be shaped as.
Okay, but you don't know what gauge the metal is?
No, but we can find out.
We can find out.
So in the appeal process, so the ACC, so this is one of the first meetings of this brand-new board, so that's why we're kind of educating everybody. So currently, according to the policy, this is not allowed, so that's why there was the denial. So they're appealing, and after both appeals are done, the board goes into an executive session. We ask everybody to leave. The board goes into executive session and discusses it. And there's really three possible outcomes that I can see until Doug corrects me. The first one is we agree with appeal, that we should make an exception or something of that nature. We don't agree with the appeal and we deny the appeal. And then the third one is, well, we would like the Rules and Regulations Committee to review and potentially change our policies so it will meet our policies going forward. That's a possible, maybe it's a new material that just came out that we've never seen before. So it could be, this currently does not meet policy, but maybe in a month or two, it will meet policy. So those are kind of the three possible outcomes of an appeal.
So when was it denied?
Shelley, you want to jump in?
Specific date?
Well, but it has been denied by
Shelley,
the ACC so
Shelley,
far.
why don't you leave your mic on?
Yes, sir, yes, it has been denied.
Okay.
Any further questions? Any further comments from you? Any further questions?
No, I'd like you guys to take this into consideration for us. I mean, we're parking our vehicles outside because they won't fit in our garage, and it'd be nice, you invest a lot of money in 3/4-ton diesel pickups, and you'd like to have them inside and not sitting outside all the time. And we use it to pull our fifth wheel, which is in the Bella Vista storage right now.
Got it. Greg, do you have a question?
Yeah, I just was looking at that little sample. I'm not sure, do you have that back or where that at? It just, if we end up entertaining something like this or this new style of material, it would be good to just see it in a bigger form than this to kind of understand. And I don't know if that's something that the manufacturer could provide, something that's bigger in size, or photos of this material actually on a building.
Yes. I mean, I can sure see what I can do about that.
I mean, I don't know where it'll go, but I'm just saying it's hard to make a decision based on this, so.
Yes.
And it kind of speaks to Sandy's question. Is that just a sample, or is that actually the gauge?
And the note in the application says it's 29 gauge, but I don't know if that is 29 gauge or not.
The wainscot that you were proposing, was it brick to match the house?
No,
It
it's
was
metal.
metal.
Yes.
A solid metal.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yes, I mean, it still has the wood grain. Well, no, it doesn't have wood grain. It's just, what would I say? We always called it strong barn when I was growing up, but, it's a lapped over type material.
In the first proposal that you got for the building, was it brick? Is that why it was so much, or
Yes,
that matched the house?
yes.
Okay.
Anything else?
I have a question about setback. It looks like the garage is even with your home. Is your lot not allowing for it to be pushed back?
Oh, yes, absolutely it is. I think that Abby kind of put it where it was going to be, but there's actually a fence back there, and I'm prepared to take out some of that fence and have it butt into the building, or just take the fence out completely, or,
Yeah, it's so forward facing to the road, even with your home, it would look like another home since it's on another lot. So
Right,
that, I don't know if,
yeah,
that
we
could
could
be a
set
We
it,
could scoot it back,
yes.
because we have plenty of room.
Anything else? Well, thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. According to the policy, after we go into executive session, the board will make a determination at that time, and we will contact you within 5 days. I assume we have their email address on file?
Should have mlawver_7.
So
Yes.
we will email you the outcome of the vote at that time.
Okay.
Okay, we
All right.
appreciate your consideration.
All
Thank you so
thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Could I get that sample from you, please? So if it is denied and having a full section of this material would help, would you like me to still try to get one, or?
We will, I mean, we would include that in the email to you, saying maybe something in the nature of, we decided to suspend a decision based upon having a full sample or something to that
Okay,
nature.
all right, thank you.
All right. Okay, the owner or representative of number 1 Harrington Drive.
My name's Tim Mart. I'm the owner of Black Oak Solutions. I'm here for Christopher Nelson, who is the owner of the property, because he is in Albany, New York with work. He couldn't be here today. Metal building. He's wanting to build a shop building next to his house at 1 Harrington Drive. I believe he does like craft woodworking, something like that. It's the reason he's wanting the building. Because of cost, he's wanting to build a metal building. I can answer your question. These metals come in 2 gauges, 26 and 29 gauge. 29 is what usually goes on the walls, 26 goes on the roof. So that's, unless you order something special, that's the only 2 gauges you can get for these type of metals.
All right.
What I proposed was an all metal building color, which matched the siding on his house. I believe y'all have a picture of his house that shows that the front is brick, side has a wainscot brick, and then it has vinyl siding. That's what he would like to do. That's the most cost effective. Then when I talked to him yesterday up there, he is willing to possibly do a wainscot with the brick to match a brick of his house at the bottom. Or his last option that he would like to do, because it's about $4,000 more, is to do the wood look. This is the wood look that he chose, but it's still the metal siding, but it looks like wood, looks like barn wood. And most people try and stay away from this, because even on this small of a building, it's about $4,000 more to do this over to paint it. So we're just trying to figure out, I mean, I'm a builder in Bella Vista and all over Northwest Arkansas. This is new, so I know we're all trying to figure it out. So we're just trying to figure out what can he build. The least desirable option is brick and siding. He doesn't want to put vinyl on there because vinyl's not worth using. So we'd have to go to a Hardy or something like that. That's going to probably prevent him from building the building, the cost increase for that. So we're just trying to figure out what is allowed. So.
And Shelley, can you clarify for the board, was it just the material, or was it the location, or what were the issues?
Just the material is what was not approved.
That was the reason why it was denied. Great. Questions?
I think I can see this. His house is brick on the front and vinyl on the side.
Yes, ma'am.
Any additional questions? Comments from you, sir?
It's just,
Would the garage door face the front of
Yes.
the lot, so it's not a side entry or anything like that?
no, it faces the front, and we proposed doing it white because the garage door on his house is white.
I see the siding on the building you're proposing is vertical. Is it vertical on the home or horizontal on
It's
the home?
horizontal on the home, it's vertical on the
Okay,
shop.
thank you. And then can that be altered?
Could, doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good if it matches the home?
No, metal siding turned on its side is a really cheap building that you buy from one of these fly-by-night companies. It just doesn't look right.
Okay.
Those little carport type buildings with the little square posts and stuff that you just anchor to the ground, that's the way they build those, and they kind of look like what you're paying for. So, I mean, I guess it could be, but it'd probably look worse than, yeah, it would.
And to clarify the request, the initial request is for just a regular metal building?
A metal building, the
And
metal.
what color would that be?
It's the exact color of the siding on his house. I have the color sample with me.
And then the optional would be a wood grain look?
Well, the first option would be the same color as the siding on his house, but doing a 3-foot wainscot of brick on the front.
Okay.
So that would kind of match, that's the way the side of his house is. And then the third option would be just going with a wood grain look on the whole building. And of course, the roof is metal also, but it matches the shingles on the house. It's the same brown as the shingles on the house.
Any other, Greg, did you have a question? I thought I saw you reaching towards the,
I was just trying to understand the site plan a little bit. Is this actually the dimension of the lot? Or, I'm just trying to understand. I don't really feel like I'm seeing a site plan that shows me.
Well, the site plan should be an 11 by 17 that I gave him yesterday. He's on a corner lot. And so this building would be to the left of his house, sitting just back past the front of his house.
Okay. Is the lot, I mean, I'm just curious, is there a lot of dirt work involved in that?
No, actually, because there's no driveway. Right now, this is a very unusual Bella Vista lot because it's flat. And he has like a little circle drive of gravel there now that goes around a tree where they do additional parking, and that he's not going to do anything additional to that because the garage door is primarily going in there to open it for air when he's working in the shop. It's not to park anything in or anything like that. So it's about 6 trees that have to come down and put the building up. He has a sewer lot, so it was one of those that was converted. So he's on sewer, and that runs backyard away from the house.
any additional questions? Any comments from you, sir?
No. Thank you. Looking forward to see how this all goes. So,
Thank you very much, appreciate it. Absolutely. Okay, so we will, our next meeting is September 24th at 1:30. Any further discussion? Remember, we will, right after the conclusion of this meeting, we will go into executive session. We will talk about the 2 appeals. But for the meeting itself, any additional comments from the board? Okay. Thank you so much. And the meeting is concluded. We will ask all our guests to depart, and the board will go into executive session. If you could step out, sir, that would be...